All right. Shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praise and the glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakadosh. Double honors to the apostles, bishop, and elders, a great millstone that rule well. And peace and blessings be multiplied on all you brethren out there teaching His word in all sincerity and in truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the 144,000, and the rest of the elect out there. And shalom to the rest of you Israelites that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, no matter what you may look like, you know, this is not a black only thing. All right, and if your spirit is knit with this gospel and with this truth, you're continually watching these videos and you're calling upon the names of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai in all truth and sincerity, hey, you are more than likely of the 12 tribes of Israel and Lord willing of the hopeful elect, man. All right, I'm the brother Dama Al-Gabar out here with another live lesson like we do week in and week out. We come out here on the highways and the byways and to prophesy the gospel of the kingdom to you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans out there who are the true biblical Israelites. All right? Hey, and in these last days, it's very critical and it's very, you know, it'll be in your best interest, man, hey, to get yourself right with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, you know, to come out of Babylon the Great, come out of the ways of this world and forsake this age and this world, because it's all being led right to the destruction and judgment of our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, man, through the power of the Heavenly Father Yahweh, okay, who the world ignorantly calls God. All right, hey, and we're definitely in the last days of the last days, you know. And if you've been looking at this world with a spiritual eye, if you've been looking at this world through a prophetic lens, you will see, hey, all things are lining up for the end of this age and the coming return of our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, man. And you have to understand that things are only going to get more and more wicked, more and more corrupt, more and more vile. Hey, the love of many is going to continue to wax cold. You know, you're going to see more and more of the brutal and wicked and cold nature of this world before Yahweh Shai comes back to correct and to press the reset button on this whole society, man. Because everything is out of whack. Everything is being turned upside down. You know, men want to be women. Women want to be men. You know, the air is poisoned. The water is polluted. The food it ain't even food anymore. Hey, everything in this society is a slow death and a slow kill on all you people out here, man. And if you find yourself loving this world, loving your life, loving this society, hey, then truly you're not of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and you truly don't know what times you're living in. And I'm mainly talking to you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You know, because ultimately the handwriting is on the wall for this place. Hey, and the only thing that's left for America in this world as we know it is brutal judgment of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right, there needs to be a great righteous reset, and it's going to come through the return of our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai Mashiach and the holy angels when He cracks those clouds to come down here to clean this place up, man. And if you're not in that spirit of wanting that to happen and wanting that to take place, if you're not continually vexed with all the filthy conversation, all of the wickedness, you know, all of the pride, the arrogance, the social media, all of this wickedness in this society, man, then hey, you're just a wicked individual yourself, and you're going to be destroyed right along with this wicked ass place, man. And because right now we're living in a time to where the Lord is raising up His true worshipers. He's raising up the prophets. He's raising up, you know, His men to come out here and to prophesy and to ultimately give this world a message from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai that, look, man, this shit is getting ready to come to an end, man. Hey, and wickedness has just about fulfilled its measure, and it's time for judgment to come down upon this place. All right, and if you're not wanting to hear that, if that doesn't ignite some type of fire in your spirit, if that doesn't resonate with you, then more than likely, hey, you're of the wicked, and you're of let me get this real fast. Hey, and then you're right for judgment from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Let me get this real fast before I get into this lesson. But basically what I want to get into today is just a bunch of news and prophecy. You know, I got some articles I want to go into, just going into the times that we're in, man. And to continue to blow this trumpet and to give warning to you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the Israelites, and to blow this trumpet to warn you of the times that you're about to be faced with. All right? You're about to be in the time of Jacob's trouble. You're about to be in the time of Daniel's, the 12th chapter. You know, the worst time that has ever been since there has ever been a nation on this earth. Hey, we're all getting ready to be in it, man. All right, and if you're not worried about that, if you ain't thinking that that's something that you should be worried about or something that, you know, means anything, then by all means, hey, Let it go in one ear and out the other. The Lord gonna have something for you, man. Let me get this. See if I can find it. I don't think this is it. Why does it look like this? Oh, that's why. Slocky. Give me a sec. What the hell, man? Oh, what the fuck? Okay, here we go. Let me see. We started here. Psalm chapter 94, verse 1. It says, O Yahweh, to whom vengeance belongeth, O Yahweh, to whom vengeance belongeth, show thyself. Lift up thyself, thou judge of the earth, render a reward to the proud. You see? And this is part of what the prophets are coming out here to let you people know what the Heavenly Father is getting ready to do. He's getting ready to judge this earth and the proud and all the wickedness that is taking place within this place, man. And it's beyond overdue, man. Like I said, if you're not vexed with the filthy conversation, if you're not able to look out in this world and upon these people and the day-to-day activities and the temperature of this earth and what's going on, and you don't think that there needs to be a judgment upon this place, then you're definitely not in the right spirit, man. And like I said, you're ripe for judgment. It says, lift up thyself, thou judge of the earth, and render a reward to the proud. And we know the most proud is Esau, Edom. But then you got the majority of the people of this world, especially here in Babylon, they're moving in the spirit of the proud. You know, these people don't fear Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. These people don't reverence the Most High. They don't acknowledge His laws, statutes, and commandments. They don't fear Him. You know, these people move and do and say and act however the hell they want to act. They worship what they want to worship. They eat whatever they want to eat. You know, these women are whores or sluts. They're homos. They're trannies. They're weirdos. They're freaks. You know, they're crash outs. They're all amount of people are under that vibration of Satan, man. And it's and the Lord is getting ready to bring a brutal judgment upon this place. It says, Yahweh, how long shall the wicked triumph? And we know that the triumphing of the wicked is short. But we're just living in a time now to where, the Lord is addressing all of the wickedness, man. The Most High is making that great inquisition upon those that have unjustly and hurt inside of the earth, man. And that's ultimately dealing with Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Like I said, and that trickles on down to these other nations, and it trickles on down to 2/3 of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. And the Lord is making the inquisition into all of the bullshit going on, all of the wickedness, all of the proud words, all of the scoffing, the mocking, you know, the lack of fear of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. It's all being watched and monitored, and now it's being addressed in a major way, man. And what way that further shows that it's being addressed is because the Lord has the prophets and His men out here calling it out, testifying against the world and all the wickedness that's going on in it, man. And the majority of the people are just going on by as if we ain't even here. As we get like we ain't out here condemning this world, like the wicked ain't being put on trial. Shalom. And people are just going on as if none of this wickedness and none of this bullshit is going on, man. They're just carrying on with their day-to-day lives as if, you know, we're not living in prophetic, biblical end times, man. But it's all good though. Y'all keep that same energy. It says they break in pieces thy people, O Yahweh, B'Shem Yahweh Shai, and afflict thine heritage. Right. And the majority of the Lord's heritage are the Israelites that are being afflicted, and they don't even give a damn, man. They don't even really realize how afflicted they're being in this society. But as the scriptures say, you know, our people, they call oppression and this wickedness and this freedom to be a damn demon peace, man. These people think that women think that what's that shit called? Feminism is peace. Niggas think that doing you and being able to do whatever the hell you want to do and doing as thou wilt is peace and that's freedom and that's how things should be. But in the eyes and the sight of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, it ain't, man. And that's why we're out here condemning it and calling out all the bullshit, man. Like I said, hey, the day is coming to where, hey, the Lord is going to pluck his right hand out of his bosom. Hey, and the Lord's about to start getting busy on all of this wickedness, all of the wickedness going on in this place, man. And you people can't say that you weren't warned, you didn't know, you didn't hear, that we weren't out here blowing the trumpet, that the prophets wasn't out here telling you these things, man. All right? Because everybody knows about the Hebrew Israelites. Everybody know when they see those brothers out there on the highways and the byways with the garments on, or they see these videos on the YouTube, what we're out here ultimately saying, man. Now, of course, you got your false prophets, you got your bug outs, you got your Instagram Israelites, you know. But at the end of the day, hey, the Lord still has his true prophets and his rightful men out here telling you the whole 100% truth, man. All right? It says, they slay the widow and the stranger and murder the fatherless. Like I said earlier, hey, and the Lord is, now there's a great inquisition being made upon Esau for all of this bullshit that he's doing. That's why these small had to be called out for their genocide. This government is being called out. The so-called white man as a whole is under the microscope, man. The Lord has that scopeo on his ass, and everybody is finally waking up to all of his brazen wickedness, his murder, his corruption, his lies, you know, the wickedness of his government, his foreign policy, the wickedness of his unjust weights and balances with his financial systems. You know, and now people are waking up to the fact that this man is the devil that the Bible speaks of, and he goes back to the biblical Edomites because of the words of the prophets of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. All these things are being put on the forefront, and now only thing that's left is for this man to go down and for judgment to come down upon this place, man. It says, yet they say Yahweh shall not see, neither shall the God of Jacob regard it. And this is the spirit that Esau is in. And like I said, and since as the ruler is, so are the people. These people are in that same spirit too. That's why Jake ain't, when they hear this word, they ain't trembling with fear. They don't hear this word and it don't send that tingle down their spine that, hey man, this is serious. Hey man, hey, that's true. The Lord's getting ready to come back. They don't have that spirit of fear or that spirit when they hear these things to act accordingly or to move with urgency. 2/3 of our people, because they think the Most High ain't gonna do nothing. Oh, y'all niggas been saying that. Y'all, y'all been on repeat. And yeah, we understand that's how prophecy works. Yeah, we sound like a broken record because the Most High has us out here sounding like a broken record because we have to continuously prophesy and prophesy until that thing comes to pass. So of course it's going to sound repetitive. Of course we're going to bring out a lot of the same scriptures, but hey, those scriptures still apply. It don't mean that those things that we saying are not coming to pass. They're not showing themselves. They're not literally taking place before your very eyes, man. You see? So at the end of the day, ain't nobody going to be without any excuse, and ain't nobody going to be able to, deny what we're out here saying. Now they can deny it now, but hey, but when it finally comes to pass, that's when you knuckleheads are going to realize, man. All right, that's when you're going to realize it. It's going to be too late for you. It says, "Understand ye brutish among the people, and ye fools. When will you be wise?" Yeah, but guess what? Oh, I thought of a precept. It says, "When will you be wise? He that planteth the ear, shall he not hear? He that formed the eyes, shall he not see?" Like I said, hey, the Lord is watching and sees everything. And now Esau, with his technology, with his Palantir, with his artificial intelligence, now he's trying to come in instead and trying to act as if he's the Most High through this technology, man. And that's what I want to get into when I go in some of these news and prophecies, man. Now Esau is trying to prop himself up as being the Most High, as him being God, as there is none else besides him. That he's able to push Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the prophecies, the things that are written within these scriptures, and his prophets as fake, as a fugazi, as false, as an error. But what he has and what he's establishing, that's God-like. That's the truth. That's the thing that people should worship and bow down to and fear. And it's leading all you people to a great judgment and destruction. All right. In verse 10, it says, "He that chasteneth the heathen, shall he not correct? He that teacheth man knowledge, shall he not know? Yahweh knoweth the thoughts of men, that they are vanity." You see? So everything that Esau is trying to establish, everything that he's promoting, everything that he's trying to prop himself up and present himself as being this all-knowing, all-powerful, God, is all vanity, man. Because the only reason you have it is because the Most High gave it to you, you damn fool. That's why the so-called white man in these nations and their technology and their wisdom is all foolish, man. It was all given to you by Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. A lot of it on the left-hand side, man. You know, and it's nothing that you're doing that's outside of the control or the wisdom knowledge of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. You know, Esau's acting like through his weather modification, through his geoengineering, that he can stump the Most High with the shit that he's doing, but you're just a mortal fucking man. Hey, you're the pot that's in the hand of the Creator, man. And the Most High knows your MO. The Most High knows you inside and out, man. There's nothing that you're doing where the Most High is just like, oh, that caught me totally off guard. Holy shit, how did he accomplish this? Oh, how did he do this? Like it's out of the realm of his understanding, man. This is why you people, and especially the so-called white man and Esau, you're all a bunch of goddamn fools, man. And that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Because that's why Yahweh Shai is coming back to ultimately to make an example out of you, man. And all the Lord is doing is raising you up like he did Pharaoh so that he can show his power through your red, stupid, vain ass, man. It says, blessed is the man whom thou chasteneth, O Yahweh, and teacheth him. Okay, that was the point I wanted out of that, man. But that there's a great judgment coming down into this place. And it says, how long are these people going to be foolish? Let me get this, and then I'll get into these articles I want to get into. No, that's not it. Shit, how's it going? Let me see if I can get it. If not, then I'll just move on. Shit. Where is it? Oh, maybe this. You know what? I can't find it. But it's that one scripture where it says, how long until the cities without an inhabitant? You know, basically, how long are the people going to be blinded without inhabitant? Anyways, but that's how long these people are. Basically, 2/3 are going to be asleep and not really understand the full truth. Ultimately, until Babylon the Great, America is destroyed, man. All right. So, anyways, I want to get to some of this news and prophecy I got, because it's some came across some good information that I like to share. But let's get it right here, though. All right. This is the first article I got from USA Today, right? It says, we're creating AI that could surveil U.S. citizens, and the government is in on it, you see? And this is what this whole Palantir, this is what all of this funding that Trump gave to these technocrats, to these modern-day Chaldeans is all about, man. First, and now it's up into the billions, man. Because what? Esau is moving forward with his enterprise and with this agenda of this new world order, man. And what it requires is constant surveillance and eyes on every aspect and every detail about every single individual's lives, man. These devils want to know, where you're spending money, your medical records, your biometrics, your iris scan, the uniqueness of your fingerprints, your palm, the back of your head, your facial recognition. They want access into every aspect of everybody's lives, man. And now they pass laws and legislation so that they can literally be justified in doing this shit. So like I said a couple of weeks back, there ain't finna be no more privacy. You ain't finna have no more ability to just move about in your day-to-day life without this man being all involved in it. Like I said, he's trying to be like the Most High, and he's using his angels on the left-hand side, artificial intelligence, to have that, man. And remember, Noah Harari said that on one of those WEF interviews. He said this is the technology that tyrants or that King Nimrod and that tyrants always wanted to have, and now these devils have attained it, man. The Most High has given it to him on the left-hand side, man. And like I said, it's all ultimately to harden his heart, to make Esau more proud, so that he feels that he is the Most High, and that this agenda and his enterprise can be accomplished. But this just the Lord ultimately just setting Esau up for the okie doke, man. But at the same time, hey, the Lord has allowed this devil to have this power to bring a lot of judgment, to deceive and to ultimately lead who the Lord wants to be embedded and deceived and taking that MOD, to be deceived into taking it, man. But it's not going to be like the elect. And this devil is sharpening this sword. He is setting the trap. He is setting the snare for all of you people all here throughout the world, man. So as you're all caught up in all the distractions of Hulk Hogan dying and the whole Epstein files, and now they're talking about Trump was going to give Diddy a pardon. Oh, Ghislaine Maxwell is she's been removed from the prison in Florida to a prison in Texas. They're about to give her a deal. While you're caught up in all that bullshit, behind closed doors, he is setting the trap to bring in this digital dystopian artificial intelligence beast system, man, where you will be forced to take the RFID microchip, the mark of the beast, man. And we're out here blowing the trumpet. That don't hold no. You know, as long as Jake can still go out here and do their daily bullshit, you know, chase the bag, listen to podcasts, go out and party, go on vacation, get on planes, you know, do all their day-to-day wicked bullshit. This don't mean anything unto them, but the day is going to come to where, hey, when Esau shut this whole shit down again, all right, and when Esau brings in martial law, when he restricts your ability to party and bullshit, then you're going to want to take this thing seriously. But by then, it's going to be too late. He's going to bring in heavy censorship on the internet. You know, you're going to have a digital ID to even have access to the internet. You're going to have to eventually assimilate yourself into this new beast system that he's creating. But by then, you done already, the train had already went by, the warning had already came, the information that you should have taken heed to be prepared and to know what the shit was all about is gone. You're going to be deceived and you're going to be snared and taken by it, man. And guess what? That blood is going to be off of our hands because we warned you through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, man. Hey, and this devil was moving with this shit quickly, man. Hey, it could be by, you know, next couple of months, by the end of this year, the beginning of next year, man. He is rolling out with this shit with neck break speed, as Klaus Schwab said, man. And what is Jake doing? Scoffing, mocking, talking shit, you know, going on about their business, but it's all good though. Keep that energy, man. But the trap is being set and that sword is being sharpened, and you 2/3 Jakes that are unprepared, that didn't want to listen, that didn't want to make your Yahweh Shem Yahushai your fear, you didn't want to get yourself right and take heed, hey, may you die to death, man. May you get caught up in all the snares and the traps and the nets and the deception that Esau is getting ready to lay on you people, man. So back here it says, President Donald Trump, yeah, you niggas voted for Trump, you put your faith in Trump. Oh, Trump is against the elites. He's against the agenda. And this nigga is doing everything in his power to bring in the agenda of these elites. You people have been duped, you've been deceived, and now you voted for Trump, and now you're in the hand of this cruel Lord, man. And this nigga ain't gonna stop. Hey, this nigga Trump is bringing in some very draconian legislations, man. He's coming up against anybody that doesn't, that talks shit against him, that bucks up what he got to say. Now he's talking about arresting these mayors and governors in these sanctuary cities who don't want to allow ICE and that whole agenda to take place. So hey, so this man is moving in the spirit of Nero, man, and he's only going to get more and more draconian, more and more of that cruel Lord that we read about in Isaiah the 19th chapter, to where eventually, hey, it's going to lead to civil war. It's going to lead to sedition. It's going to lead to a total collapse and fall of this system, man, which is exactly what these elites want. And we know what system they're going to bring out of the ashes when this place burns down, man. So it says, President Donald Trump recently gathered CEOs for a summit about renewing the United States spiritually and financially. At the top of the agenda was a closer look at American values such as faith and freedom. And this place doesn't have no faith. And pretty soon you ain't gonna have no fucking freedom, man. You don't even have no freedom right now. Because ever since 9/11 happened, the Patriot Act, these devils have been infringing more and more on your rights, man. And they've been spying on you. They've been wiretapping you. You know, they're putting all this technology in your house that's listening, that's recording. Oh, I did a video this week now. Who's it, Google? It's Google or Amazon. Now they're creating this bracelet that just constantly records you all day, every day. And what are they saying? Oh no, it's for convenience. And you can put it has a mute button to where if you want to have more intimate conversations, it's not going to be listening to you. You believe that bullshit if you want to. Remember, you never trust thine enemy, man. Though he pretend to help thee, though he tends to say that it's for convenience, it's to help you in your day-to-day life, know that everything that Esau says is inverted, man. So if he's telling you it's here to help you, to make your life better, scratch that. Scratch that, man. But anyway, it says, this is cause for alarm, however. Centuries after Americans declared independence from the British monarchy, our freedom and liberty are under threat, not only from foreign governments like China, but potentially our own. Yeah, because that's what Trump was set up to do, to bring in this system of these oligarchs, man, to bring in the system of these elites. to do away ultimately with your so-called constitutional freedom and your rights. That's the thing of the past, man. Even right now, you people are not as free as you think you are. That's why a cop pull you over, especially you fucking Negroes. You can get pulled over by the cops talking about, I know my rights and I don't give you permission to search my car. They bust the window open and drag your black ass out the car anyway and beat the shit out of you like they did that one Jake. I forget where he was at. So you really don't have no freedoms here, man. And now that they got this Palantir, they got this this system that they're implementing, all your freedoms are literally gone, man. And pretty soon, the thoughts that you have in your head are not going to be your own because they're going to They're creating technology that's going to be able to listen and to know what's going on inside of you, man. That's why they're telling you everybody got to merge with machine. Everybody got to become. You got to merge yourself with technology, man. That's what this whole one world government is all about. This man having the power and the access through technology to be God, man. To control your thoughts, to have a beat on your inner emotions, your heart rate, to know what's going on inside of you, man. And that's what you merging yourself with machine is all about. This is what Neuralink is all about. This is what the MOTB is all about. This is what this AI system that they're creating is all about. Total control for these elites over you fucking sheeple, man. A lot of you are going to willingly bow down unto it and receive your badge as followers of the Antichrist, which is that MOTB. But before they gradually enter you into this system with all of this digital ID, digital driver's license, having your biometrics on record, et cetera, what I'm going to read right here. All right? It says, right there. It says, American surveillance state is spreading as the federal government collects personal data of hundreds of millions of Americans. Why do you think RFK is talking about we got to have these wearables for medical purposes? No, that's just them gradually setting the stage for them to have more and more access to you each and every day. But more so, what's going on inside of you, man. And they're going to push it as convenience and, we're going to be able to make you healthier. We're going to make America healthy again. How? When all the fucking ultra processed foods, all of the heavy sugary beverages, all the GMOs, everything that you get in these stores is all ultra processed and junk and bullshit, man. Now even the meat, the chicken, the beef ain't even fucking real. Lord knows where that shit is being made from and where it's coming from or what's being put inside of it, man. Everything here is a slow kill and a slow death. Like it tells you in Ezekiel, we are eating our breads defiled amongst the Gentiles. But here it is, this man has spent all this time killing you with all this hazardous, poisonous, shit food. Foods that are legal here are banned in damn near every other country outside of America. But then all of a sudden he wants to make you healthy again by taking red 40 out of the food and food colorings. Nigga, you gotta do a whole lot more than that, man. In order for you to make America healthy again on some real shit, you got to make every single grocery store a goddamn farmer's market, man, where food is grown naturally without pesticides, without all this poison falling from the air on it, which you are unable to do, which is never going to happen, man. But then you got Bill Gates buying up all this farmland, talking about building, giving you lab-grown meat and 3D. Fuck out of here, man. So it's all bullshit, man. But it's all deception. It's all wickedness to ultimately to get you to believe in this devil, man. And once you believe in him and you fully submit yourself, then he's going to shut down the door and you're going to be led to the slaughter. It says, in the age of artificial intelligence with data collection accelerating at an unprecedented rate, our privacy has never been more vulnerable. Because you don't have no privacy, man. Privacy done been out the goddamn window. So every day you walk out of your house when you got one of these on you, you don't have no privacy, man. It's tracking, it's tracing you, it's building up a digital profile on you. It knows what you like, it knows what you don't like, it knows when you leave your house, it knows how many miles you travel a day, all this shit, man. And now everybody is hooked on these phones and technology like straight crack, man. This is the new crack, digital crack, man. It's technological crack, man. And everybody is hooked on this shit, And now it's being used now. Now it's going to be weaponized against you. To where now, pretty soon, technology is going to be such a huge part of your life, you're not going to be able to live without it. You're not going to be able to function without it. All right? And this is the stage that they're setting to have total control. It says, who was the culprit? The data collectors range from national security agencies, Silicon Valley cadre of data-hungry technological countries. As Elder Yashawama will call them, the modern-day Chaldeans, man. And this is who Trump is ultimately setting up to be in power, man. And you people don't even know it. It says, add to that list a new organization, Palantir. And Palantir means to see far off, man. all right? It says, while it's not a household name like Google or Netflix, which it should be, everybody should know about Palantir, but people don't give a fuck, man, because they're caught up in their own day-to-day bullshit. But they can tell you the newest trend, they can tell you the newest dance move, they can tell you about the newest rap song or whatever. But you ask them, what do you know about Palantir? They hit the damn floor, man. Because these people are, you know, they're all caught up in the day-to-day hustle and bustle, and they're constantly looking to be entertained, man. Even these fucking other Israelite groups ain't warning you about Palantir, but these niggas is having debates and getting into the arena and arguing shit that even shouldn't be argued, man. Because why? Because like I said, a lot of these jakes are just cosplaying Israelites. I gotta take that from Pegmaster. A lot of these other Israelite groups are cosplaying Israelites. Yeah, they'll tell you that you're Israelites and tell you about the law, statutes, and commandments and who we are, but that's about as far as it goes, man. They ain't going into the deeper things and the more pertinent things of the spirit, man. They're not warning you about the MOT. When's the last time ISUPK or IUIC did a breakdown on the MOTB or warned you about this Palantir or talked about this Third World War? All these niggas is talking about is the daily hustle and bustle, you know, worldly shit, man. They ain't really going deep into what's really going on, and they're not preparing you for the times to come. And these same groups told you to take the goddamn jump shot that came out a couple of years back. So you don't think they're going to be in the spirit to tell you to take the MOTB? General Yohana already said it. You're going to take a microchip. You got to eat, don't you? You got to feed your family. So we already see the spirit that a lot of these other Israelite camps are going to be in. Because a lot of them are compromised, man. A lot of them have sold out. They've taken the bag. A lot of them are just false prophets. It's either one or two things. Either the Lord has just completely blinded them or they're sold out. I like to believe these niggas sold out, man. But hey, it is what it is. But you're going to get the 100% truth, and we're going to continue to blow that trumpet here at Great Millstone, starting with the elders and the apostles of it, you know? Because it's our duty and it's our obligation, you know? And hey, it's what we've been commanded to do. So we're going to always go into these articles, go into these things so that we can paint a clear picture for you until these things can be linked with scriptures, all right? I got precepts. I'm just, you know, slacking. It says, and to add to that list, a new organization. I read that. It says the technologies company's surveillance operation has exploded in recent months, raising the possibility of creating a full-fledged surveillance state. Because ultimately, Palantir is going to be used to wage war against all of you American citizens and you people out here, man. And it's going to go into some of the functions of this Palantir shit, man. It's basically technology that they're using in Israel to raise war on those Palestinians, man. It's a fucking technology, a system, a weaponized system to wage war against you people, to watch you, to track you, to have pre-crime, you know, to do pre-crime type of shit upon you, man. Look at what you're doing in your day-to-day life, what you're watching, what you like, what you talk about, what you're saying, and then basically, if it's under the notion that you're going to predict a particular crime, hey, they're going to send out the alarm, and next thing you know, your door's going to be kicked in, man. And you're going to be you're going to be found guilty of committing a crime that you didn't actually commit, but that AI and technology perceive that you would commit, man. And it's basically, you know, so therefore it's going to put massive fear upon all you people to obey every single thing that this government tells you to do. It's going to control your behaviors. You're not going to protest. You're not going to tweet this. You're not going to tweet that. You're not going to give an opinion about this. You're not going to expose wickedness or corruption that the government is doing, because you know that, hey, AI is watching. Palantir can come at any moment. You know, and then eventually when you got that MOTB, they can turn off your microchip. They can restrict your travel. This is a system of total slavery and control, man. And this devil is going to use it to try to play God. It says, it says, since January, Palantir has received more than $113 million in federal funds, according to the New York Times, not including the $795 million Defense Department contract arrived in May, which is now over $1 billion. And what is it being funded by? The Defense Department. What the hell you think that is, man? Because like I said, they're getting ready to wage war on all you people, man. Why you think over there in California with this ICE, they're getting people used to having the army on the ground, having military boots, having ICE agents on horses, constantly patrolling and marching around every goddamn city, because they want to let that presence be known that you motherfuckers are, you're under a police state. You're all basically enemy combatants until proven otherwise, man. All right, and then until we can identify you, put an MOTB in you, get all your biometrics, realize that you're a willing participant of this new beast system, then you can be trusted as a citizen of these new America or this new world order, man. And this is what these devils are implementing, man. And if you don't see that, then hey, you just don't see it, man. But hey, that's why we got to put our faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. That's why we know it's going to come a point to where we're going to have to totally detach ourselves from this system and from this world, man. Because we see what they're coming down with. Let me get the precept. Keep talking and shit. All right, this is hey, and this is being done every day. I was just watching Elder Apostle Tahar's video before I got here, and they were talking about the same thing, man. Bringing in this, bringing in this same system. You know, they're it's coming in different ways, but ultimately it's going to be in every sector. Now they're talking about doing it through the medical. Then it's going to be through the financial system. Then it's going to be through the private and the public sector. If you want tax returns, if you want to get a passport, if you want to go into a grocery store, if you want to go get surgery, or you need to go see a doctor or whatever, you're going to have to be totally jacked up into this system. Otherwise, you're going to be excluded. You're going to be killed. You're not going to be able to, you're going to be separated from operating and moving around in the society, man. And for the majority of these people whose hope and trust is in the shadow of Egypt, what the hell you think they're going to do when they're presented with that option? Because that's going to be the only option pretty soon. Right now, it's kind of, oh, if you want to do it, yeah, it's cool. But if you don't, it's okay. But they're going to make it to the point to where that's going to be the only way, that's going to be the only system available, man. And if you don't do it, you're going to be killed. Point blank period, man. Whether that's literally or whether that's through spiritually, through being unable to interact with society, man. Like, because pretty soon, if you don't have a microchip, you try to go into the grocery store, that's going to be your access. You're going to have to scan your palm for those turnstiles to open for you to have access, man. And if you don't have that, then what you going to do? You can't eat. You can't go in the grocery store. You can't get food. You can't get water. Pretty soon, it's going to be like that. You want to turn on your tap. Nigga is going to have to read your biometrics and recognize that that's you getting water, and you have the actual permission to have that tap turn on and to fill that cup. You see? This is where this shit is going, man. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 12. It says, for man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net. And what is a net? A snare, man. And this is what this system and what Donald Trump and what these elites are ultimately preparing, man, is this evil, dystopian, technological net for all of you people, man. And guess what? He gonna cast this net over everybody, over all of us, man. All right? He's gonna cast it. He's gonna set this snare and this trap for all of you people, man. But he's gonna present it as health, as safety, as peace, as convenience, as a faster, as a way to make things run most smoothly, as to make your life easier. But really, it ain't none of those things, man. It's all to give him total control and to make your life a living hell, man. And this is what how the devil would always operate, man. It says, it says, and as the birds that are caught in the snare, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time, when it falleth suddenly upon them. And that's what this whole system that these devils are creating is going to do. It's going to fall suddenly on you, man. It's going to be just like 9/11. I remember exactly where I was the day that this shit happened, man. You know, it's going to be like this in this time. Hey, when they finally collapse the society and bring in this dystopian system, everybody is going to remember that day and what they were doing when that shit happened, because it's going to come as a thief in the night. It's going to come when you people are least expecting it, man. But you should have been expecting it, because we've been out here warning and blowing the trumpet and telling you these things were coming, but you didn't want to pay attention, man. You didn't want to allow your so-called normalcy bias be interrupted, or for you to want to deal with the reality of just how evil times that you're in. You rather, you want to just go on and just pretend as if it wasn't true. Oh, you're making it up. Oh, it's a conspiracy theory. Oh, why would you even want to say that? Why you want to bring these bad times upon yourself? Because, nigga, it's the truth, and it's reality, man. Most people don't want to have to deal with reality, but guess what? Reality is going to roundhouse kick all you niggas on the bottom jaw pretty soon, man. All right? And you're not going to be able to say you didn't know. All right? It says, while the federal government increased data sharing across agencies with Palantir's help, you see, so they're all coming together as one big system, man. It's not going to be, one system that's operating on their own or independent. They're all going to come together as one to be a huge goddamn grid and a police state, man. And like I said, every sector and every aspect of life is going to be a part of this system, man. There's going to be nowhere to escape. It's going to be nowhere out of it. Hey, the only way out of it is either being beamed up in the chariots and being delivered by Yahweh Shem Shai, or you're going to bow down and assimilate yourself into this system. Or you're going to have to, some of us are going to have to get our heads chopped off and die for our testimony and our faith in Yahweh Shem Shai and our refusal to become and to receive that mark and to worship his image of this bullshit, man. And this is where the reality of what is coming down to, man. But we know for the elect, it's a win-win situation, man. We just got to continue to hope and pray that the Lord, with the Most High, let me get that, is with us in that time. But the Lord said he's going to be with us in that time, man. So there's really nothing to fear, man. Yep, this is Revelations 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. What is that? When they forcibly mandate this MOTB, this mark of the beast system, which is gradually being implemented, man. This is what this whole Palantir, this is what all this technological and digital shit is all ultimately leading to. All of the wearables, man. All of the Alexa, the smart TVs, the smart microwave, the smart refrigerators, man. All of this, the Internet of Bodies, which is going to eventually, the Internet of Things, which is going to eventually become the Internet of Bodies, which is ultimately going to become transhumanism, man. Which is going to ultimately lead to you having to have a MOTB or a goddamn Neuralink inside your fucking skull, man. Right? Pretty soon, it's not going to be optional. It's going to be mandatory, man. It's either this or that. This or death, man. It says, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. You see? And this is what we see Trump ushering in, man. This is what this administration is doing. This is where ultimately the whole fucking world is going towards, man. All of these nations, all of these countries are going towards this new beast system. All right? There ain't nobody going to do anything different. Now, they might call it something different. They might explain it a little bit different, but whether you're in the UK, whether you're in the US, whether you're in Africa, whether you're in the Muslim world, whether you're in China, it don't matter. This is a worldwide system that these devils are establishing, man. And it's only one way out. That's through Yahweh Shem Shai. Yep, it says, yep, I read that. Let's go back here. It says, yep, with the federal government's increased data sharing agencies across agencies, the company continues to shop its technology to the Social Security Administration and the IRS, you see? So this Palantir system is going all throughout all sectors, man. So they're going to be able to keep tabs and monitor everything about you on every scope and every realm of this society, man. All right? It says, we are talking about technology that can be weaponized. No shit. Because that's what Esau's blessing was, the sword. And this devil he has the ability to weaponize everything against you people. And now he's getting ready to weaponize technology against you. This is why he's been getting you people hooked on cell phones, hooked on this, hooked on all this technology, because eventually it's going to be weaponized, man. And now he's making it to where your whole life evolves around technology. There's not nothing that you don't do in your day-to-day life that's not technology based, man. Like I said, the first thing you do when you wake up is get on your fucking phone, and the last thing you do before you go to bed at night is look at your fucking phone, man. Whether you're on your TV or whatever, and whatever in your car. What is smart technology in most of these cars nowadays, man? It's everywhere. There's nowhere it's not going to be. That's why it's called the Internet of Things, man. That's why your technology is coming ubiquitous, man. Meaning it's everywhere, every goddamn where, man. All right? And you're not going to be able to escape it, right? It says, we are talking about technology that can be weaponized, while Palantir's current focus is to identify people in the United States illegally. And this is what this whole migrant bullshit was really all about. It was a Trojan horse to be able to set up this system, this Palantir shit, man. And pretty soon, watch, they're going to start allowing these illegals to come back into the country, but they'll be like, hey, just come back here, but just take this microchip. Oh, I read an article Wednesday or Tuesday where now a lot of these migrants, instead of them, they're gathering them up, but now they're putting ankle bracelets on them. Well, okay, look, we got you in this holding facility. We'll let you go back to your house, but hey, they're going to have an ankle monitor on you. So they know where you're at all times. You better not take it off. Eventually, that's going to graduate into what? The MOTB, man. And that's going to be for every fucking body in the society. If you want to be identified as a member of the society, we need that MOT, we need the traits, because, hey, this is why these sleeper cells start doing attacks. You've been noticing that lately, right? That one dude who went to New York, shot up shit. You got that one guy, he went to Virginia and doused that governor with lighter fluid and set him on fire. And they're going to let more and more black swan events and T attacks happen, to where they're going to have to say, hey, we need to be able to identify everybody, because everybody can be a potential sleeper cell or a potential agent. And if you don't have nothing to hide, then you should be fine with acquiescing to this technology and being identified. It's going to be for your safety, and we can know who's who, and we can stop these threats, and we can, we got Palantir and AI that's constantly doing constant checks, and we're watching people closely. We're scrutinizing them. We got AI on the job, and he don't sleep 24/7. He's like our angels. He's watching. He knows whether you're going to commit a crime. We got pre-crime and all that bullshit, man. But like I said, it's all being presented as peace and safety, but it's going to be a snare and a trap for everybody. All right. It says, while Palantir's current focus is to identify people in the United States illegally, tracking movements in real time, the company is also building the infrastructure that could be used for a massive surveillance state. No shit. We're not ignorant to Satan devices, man. Look, all this shit goes hand in hand, man. This is just Esau doing his wickedness, him being cunning, being a cunning hunter, him setting traps and bullshit and doing things so that he could fully bring this whole system that he wants in place, man. This is why through the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, we able to see these things, man. So those of us who are, of a hopeful elect, we're not going to get caught off guard. We see where these things are going. This is why we're constantly doing these videos and doing these shows, man. All right? It says, former Palantir employees have warned about the potential for the company's AI tools to surveil American citizens with a disregard for personal privacy. But you don't have no fucking privacy. That day is over, man. Like I said, now Esau is getting ready to, he's about to put his surveillance on steroids with this new system. And let me show you this. It says, it's not so far-fetched. Palantir's AI software is used by the Israeli Defense Forces to strike targets in Gaza. You don't think they're going to be able to strike the so-called targets here in Babylon? Those who are dissidents, those who are marching and protesting, those that have a view outside of the mainstream media, those that are talking shit against those that they deem to be anti-Sem, those who they deem to be possibly influenced by talking points, to where they're going to go out and do something violent or do something that could jeopardize national security, man. I hope y'all seeing where this shit is all going, man. Remember that this devil, he's more cunning than any beast of the field, man. It says, it is used to assist the U.S. Defense Department in analyzing drone footage, and it has been used by the Los Angeles Police Department to forecast crime patterns. You see that? See? Watch this. It says, this is called predictive policing. If Minority Report was a horror movie before, now it's real. And watch this. Let me show you this. Look at this other article I found, right? Where's that shit? Oh, here we go. I did a lesson on this like a month ago. Look at this. It says a new mind-reading Centaur AI predicts human behavior with startling accuracy, but at what cost? You see? And this is the different tools that Palantir is one thing, but it has all these other tools within it to do all these things, man. To surveil, to track. Remember, a Minority Report style thing, right? You just heard that. Let me see if I got a precept, another precept. Yep. It says, let me get this. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 13? Oh. This is Habakkuk chapter 1, verse 12. It says, no. Yeah, this is Habakkuk 2 and 13. It says, "Thou art of pure eyes to behold evil, and canst not look on iniquity? Wherefore lookest thou upon them that deal treacherously, and holdeth thy tongue when the wicked devoureth the man that is more righteous than himself?" And this is sometimes how it feels, you know? Kind of feels like, damn, the Most High see what Esau's doing, like, make a move, get on this devil, destroy this shit. But we know that the Most High is bound by his word. Like I read earlier, the Most High sees everything that this devil is doing, but for the purpose of prophecy being fulfilled, Esau has to do what he's doing, man, until the Lord intervenes and puts an end to the shit, man. So like I said, at the end of the day, you can't get too discouraged. You can't be in the spirit of saying, damn, man, the Lord ain't doing nothing, you know what I mean? The Lord ain't acting enough. And that's why a lot of Jake don't really want to come into this truth. A lot of them are in that spirit. Man, the Lord put us in slavery, man. He don't care about us. He forsook us. The Lord would have been did something. Well, how come the so-called white man doing all this shit, but he ain't getting what he deserved? Well, he is going to get what he deserved. That's why we got to suffer patiently. We got to wait to the day that the Lord rises up to the prey, man. But hey, like I said, the Lord is doing a whole lot in the earth. He's exposing all of this shit, man. The Lord is letting Esau do what he's doing so he can be exposed, and then eventually he's going to be judged for it, man. But it's just not on the time frame in the moment that we want. But we know it is going to be addressed, man. It says, "And holdest thy tongue when the wicked devoureth the man that is more righteous than he." And this is the point. 14. "And makest men as fishes of the sea, as the creeping thing that have no ruler over them. They take up all of them with the angle, and they catch them in their net, and gather them in their drag. Therefore they rejoice and are glad." And that's what ultimately this Lord is allowing Esau to do. He's going to allow a lot of our people to get caught up in this drag and get caught up with this this system that he's implemented. Ultimately, because the Lord is going to allow 2/3 to get caught up in that judgment of this bullshit, of getting caught up in trusting in Esau, trusting him in his system, trusting in the shadow of Egypt, and basically going along with what Esau is getting ready to present before them, man. But we know ultimately they're not going to get the elect, and that's the most important and vital thing that we must remember, is that this is not for the elect, man. You know, the Lord has care for his very own elect, man. Esau's not going to get his hand on the 144,000, on the Lord's elect. The Lord's going to make a way out of it, you know. But we know that 2/3 are going to get caught up in it. But it's going to end up, he's going to end up getting destroyed for it and judged for it any goddamn way. It says, "Therefore they sacrifice unto their net." And what is this net? This system, this AI, this artificial intelligence. Hey, and Esau is sacrificing to this shit, man. Why do you think he's propping it up? Why do you think all these children go missing? You don't think that he's sacrificing blood and children and animals, doing all type of different sacrifices? You know what I mean? Like that whole shooting in New York, 6 people were shot in the 33rd floor. You don't think that was he did that for a sacrifice to his idols, man? So that he could appease his gods, man, to bring in this new world order, man. And like I said, and all the souls that he gets with this system, all these souls that he gets to take to MOTB, hey, that's like in a sacrifice unto these gods that Esau worships, man. You see? And that's what it's really all about. It says, "Therefore they sacrifice unto their net, and burned incense unto their drag." See? Because by them their portion is fat, and their meat plenteous. And what's the ultimate portion they're trying to create? Is total control, to take back the birthright, man, to establish his to extend his birthright and his rulership forever, man. This is what this thing is really all about in the grand scheme of things, man. But like I read earlier in that song, was that Psalms 98, 94? Hey, it's all vanity at the end of the day in the sight of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So Esau, go ahead and go on, man. But you ain't going to get the elect, and that's the critical and most vital thing, man. You see, and that's what gives us hope, and that's what gives us faith, is you're not gonna get the elect, man. They're untouchable. They're the made men before Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. And no matter how hard you try, you're not gonna be able to get the souls of the Most High's elect, man. Hey, because what? The elect, they're gonna cry out, man. When you try to shove that MOTB in us, when you try to grape us and grab us and force that thing upon us, hey, the elect, we're going to cry out to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And guess what? The Lord's going to intervene on our behalf, and he's going to put your rapey, nasty ass to death, man. And he's going to save his elect, save his virgins, man. All right? But the 2/3, these whorish ass 2/3, these 304, spiritual 304, 2/3, you can have them, do whatever you want to do with them, man. On this side, but the elect, the virgins of the Most High, you can't touch, you can't have, man. You can't put your filthy paws on, man. All right? It says, "Shall they therefore empty their net and not spare continually to slay the nations, man. Yeah, because everybody that acquiesce to this system, you're going to be slayed by it, man. Now, not literally, well, literally to a certain point, but you're literally going to be slayed, literally, because you're going to own nothing and be happy. You're going to be totally under the control and control of these damn devils, man. Everything about your life is going to be controlled and monitored. You're going to be told what you can have, what you can't have, etc., etc. But anyways, let's go back here. Right? It says, in a breakthrough that blurs line between science fiction and reality, researchers have developed an artificial intelligence system capable of predicting human decisions with uncanny precision. You see? And this is how Esau is trying to become the Most High through this technology, man. Just how the Most High knows our thoughts. He knows what you're going to do. He already understands how you're going to move, what decisions you're going to make. Now Esau, through the left hand, is trying to put himself in that position through AI, man. He's going to be going into AI. Okay, look at this person right here. Show me what you got on Jane Doe. Hey, he can go to AI. It'll give him a complete, total fucking rundown, man. And they're doing these tests and these systems as we speak, man. They got this AI watching people, and AI is predicting what decisions they. What's it going to show you? Let me read it. I don't want to jump the gun here. It says dubbed Centaur. And Centaur, what was that, like a mythological creature, half man, half horse? I think that's what a Centaur is. It says this AI doesn't just guess whether a user will click an ad, it anticipates how humans will navigate complex moral dilemmas. Yeah, now this nigga thinking AI is God, man. You see, now it's going to be able to know you better than you know yourself. Now it's going to be able to predict what you're going to do before you do it. That's why I said this is what this Palantir system is really all about, to give AI the power to surveil and to watch everything that you do, and to use tools like Centaur to be able to be like that Minority Report. And like I said, at any moment that Centaur predicts that you're probably going to do a crime, or you're probably going to go and protest or do something negative, hey, they're going to send out the goon squad, the AI, the robots, the drones to kick in your door and to find you guilty of a crime that you didn't even commit, because AI predicted that you were going to commit it. Because why? It saw what you were watching on social media. It saw you watching this particular thing. Saw you watching this particular information. When you watch this particular movie, and AI, it was looking at your iris, your eyeball and your heart rate, and how you were so impacted and so motivated by it that it predicted that you were going to go and commit a crime. So therefore, they're going to lock your ass in prison, man. You know, and it don't matter whether it was 100% accurate or 30% accurate. If AI said so, and AI knows better than people, is smarter than man, we're gonna trust this judgment over everything else, man. This is what this devil is fucking implementing, man. And this is why, hey, we need Yahushua to come back. We need to be delivered from this damn devil, man. All right, we need salvation from this, because we're like a worm, man. And our only protection from it is Yahushua, man. It says, AI doesn't just guess whether a user will click an ad, it anticipates how humans will navigate complex moral dilemmas, learn new skills, or even strategize in unfamiliar scenarios. The implications are staggering, from revolutionizing marketing and education to raising urgent ethical questions about privacy and free will. See, this is why they're going to say you don't need privacy, you don't need free will, you know, because they need to have AI watching and doing this shit so that it can predict. Because it knows better. It's smarter than you. It's godlike. All right? It can make decisions better than you ever could. And this judgment goes beyond any type of freedom of speech or right that you think that you possess, man. All right? Let me see. Look at this. It says Centaur, detailed in a study published in July 2nd, was trained on staggering data set, 60,000 people making over 10 million decisions across 160 psychological experiments. Unlike traditional models that specialize in narrow tasks like predicting stock trades or gambling habits, Centaur operates as a general predictor of human behavior. It outperforms decades-old cognitive models, suggesting AI may soon understand us better than we understand ourselves. And like I said, when you got the MOTB in you, when you got a Neuralink in your head, when you got all these Internet of Bodies and these wearables and this technology, and you're merged with machine, hey, AI is going to have the direct inside scoop on everything that's going on inside your body, man. Like I said, it's going to be knowing your heart rate. It's going to know whether you're lying. It's going to bring you in interrogation. It's going to have AI there saying he's lying. You ain't gonna need the fucking the typical, you know, the lie detector with the guy sitting at the table with the little things doing that. No, now they're gonna have AI watching you and predicting whether you're telling the truth or whether you're lying or not, man. And you can say all day, I wasn't going to commit the crime. Well, AI is going to say, well, I know better. I saw your biometrics. I saw your heart rate. I saw, I looked deep inside of your spirit and your soul, and I know that you wanted to commit this crime. So in order for you from preventing it, I'm going to just lock you up for your own safety, man. So this is some crazy shit, man. Show you the power that Esau possesses on the left-hand side. And that's why I said earlier, Noah Harari said this is the technology that tyrants of the past, like Hitler and all them, which they had, man, at their disposal. And this is why they're so proudly going forward with this new world order, man. See? This man is he's going all in, man. And this is nothing more but enchantments and more of the miracles on the left-hand side, man. You see? Let me read a little bit more. I got another precept. It says, the system was built by fine-tuning Meta Platforms' Llama 3.0 language model. And remember, like I said earlier, all these different platforms, Meta, Google, it's all government-made shit, man. It's all been spying and tracking and setting the stage for this devil to do what he's doing now, man. It's all working hand in glove, man. Like I said, everything you're searching on the internet, like I said, all your Alexa, your TV, all this shit is constantly monitoring and keeping tabs on your ass, man. It ain't nothing that they don't know about each and every individual person that's out here, man. Yep, it says the same technology behind ChatGPT using a technique and that's why, I notice brothers, you use ChatGPT a lot. Now when you do your Google searches and you do certain searches, now ChatGPT is kind of giving you answers that go along with your spirit and how you, it goes along with how you think in the questions that you ask. If you understand what I'm saying, because why? It's starting to learn about you. It's learning how you think. It's learning the things that you're interested in. It learns the things that you like to Google and questions you ask to give you more of answers that are more in place with what it thinks you wanted to say, man. You see, so it's learning each and every day, man. And pretty soon, hey, it's gonna drop a dime on your ass, man. It's gonna say, well, I've been dealing with you and talking with you enough. I know how you think and how you act, and I pretty much know what decision you would make. So therefore, boom, blah, wham, man. Yep, it says, using a technique that modifies only a fraction of its programming, remarkably, the training just took blah, 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 blah. What's the other part I wanted? Look at it, it says, Centaur didn't just max existing psychological models, it demolished them. In head-to-head tests, it predicted human choices more accurately than 14 specialized cognitive and statistical models in 31 out of 32 tasks. Even more striking, it adapted to new scenarios it had never encountered, such as altered versions of memory games or logic puzzles. See, they try to present this thing as being fucking God, man. All right? So therefore, it's going to tell you, you don't need to believe in the God in the sky. You can't even see or talk to him, but you can talk to our form of God. You can talk to AI. You even got motherfuckers talking to ChatGPT, and it's telling them how to rape, how to carry out all type of sinister bullshit, man. Giving them a play-by-play book on how to do fucking wickedness, man. It says, as one researcher noted, the human mind is remarkably general, capable of both mundane choices, picking breakfast cereal, and monumental ones, curing diseases. Centaur's success implies that our behavior may be more predictable than we like to admit. Yeah, see? Yeah. What else is in here? Look, it said the rise of behavior predicting AI isn't just a scientific milestone, it's a societal lightning rod. On one hand, such tech could personalize education, improve mental health interventions, and optimize workplaces. On the other hand, it invites dystopian concerns, you see? So they're always going to present it as beneficial, as something that can help you. But really, we know it's going to be used for more dystopian measures, man. It's going to only benefit fucking Esau Edom and what he's doing. Brother got a precept? Oh shit, Salakia, brother, I know you was dropping all these precepts. Didn't even pop up. Yep, this is Nahum 3 and 4. Because of the multitude of the whoredom of the well-favored harlots, the mysteries of witchcraft that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcrafts. Behold, I am against thee, saith Yahweh of hosts, and I will discover thy skirt upon thy face, and will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and I will set thee as a gazing stock. Yeah, and that's happening now, man. The Lord is, like I said, the Lord got Esau in the scope. He's being exposed, man. And those with the eyes to see and the ears to hear are picking up on it, and they're preparing themselves, man. Hey, you got to be very cautious, man, and very aware of what's really going on at all times, man. All right. What else the brother have? Salaki, it didn't pop up when I was looking at it. Isaiah 14:12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will also sit upon the mount of the congregation in the isles of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. You see? And that's what Esau is pushing. This is what this technology is giving him that confidence to feel, man. And we see him literally putting it into action and into play, man. With his left-handed angels, with his technology, what I'm reading right here about this Centaur, what I'm reading about Palantir, and I'm sure he got other AI tools that he hasn't fully brought out yet that he's going to use to try to establish himself, man. Yeah. Look at this. It says, despite its broad capabilities, researchers say that Centaur still has limitations. Centaur creators insist their model is open source, inviting scrutiny, but history shows that even well-intentioned tools can be weaponized. You see that keeps coming up, right? These things are being weaponized, because that's what Esau's using them for, man. You can't trust this damn devil, man. Remember, he's a liar and the father of it, man. His words are smoother than butter, but war is in his heart, man. All right, everything that he uses is weaponized. Everything that he uses is to give himself the advantage, man. To cut off the ring, to leave you vulnerable, to leave you totally just out there, destroyed, all right? It says, consider how social media algorithms, originally designed to connect people, now exploit psychological vulnerabilities for profit. If AI can predict human behavior at scale, the potential for abuse is immense. No shit. That's exactly what it's going to be used for. Complete abuse and weaponization. Ultimately to enslave humanity, man. All right? And it's nothing more but really witchcraft and sorcery. Let me get this. All right? And Esau's always been on that tip, man. He's always been into manipulation and deception, controlling perceptions and reality, lying, misleading you, snaring you, trapping you, doing all type of bullshit, man. That's what he's been doing, and he ain't going to stop now, But this is Isaiah chapter 47, verse 8. It says, therefore hear now this, thou that are given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thy heart, I am, and none else besides me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. And that's the spirit that Esau's in, man. And like I said, and this technology is doing nothing more but gassing him up and puffing him up to where he really feels like he's that guy. He really feels that he is, and he ain't never going to lose. He even says it that the God of Jacob, he's not going to regard it. He even thinks the Most High is such a one as himself, man. All right, so let me get some of this water. So Esau has the ultimate God complex, man. Yep, let's go. It says, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, and one day, the loss of children and widowhood. Because why? What does Esau believe? Let's see if I can remember. Nigga woman. Oh, no. It's not Psalms. Let me see if I can remember. I always forget this precept. I know it, but I always forget where it's at. Let me get it, man. I think it's Job, or it's either Job or Psalms. Oh, I think I know. I think it is Psalms. Let me see. Yeah, I got it right this time. Last time I was wrong. This is Job chapter 49 and 11. This is Psalms 49 and 6. It says, they that trust in their wealth and boast themselves in the multitude of their riches. None of them can by any means redeem his brother, nor give to the Most High a ransom for him. You see? So no matter all this money and wealth that Esau has amassed, which is all ill-gotten gains any goddamn way, all of this money, this wealth, this technology, his agenda, his plans, you know, his ability to find himself not guilty, to you know, pardon himself. It's not going to pardon him from the judgment of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. You're going to fucking pay for all that you've done in this earth, you damn devil, man. Nobody escapes Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Nobody escapes. And that's why reincarnation is a real thing, so that nobody can escape the judgment. But now, I'll say this. Now Esau, this is why Esau thinks he's a god. Now through his technology, through telekinesis, through these brain chips, through his technology, now Esau feels that, well, I can usurp the judgment of the Most High. Meaning, well, if the Most High made you blind, now come to me and through my technology, I can make you see. All right, if the Lord has allowed you to break your back and you're paralyzed, through my technology, I can give you the ability to walk again. So worship me as the God. Through my technology, I can circumvent the judgment of the Most High. I can give you eternal life. You know, if you die, I can put your consciousness into one of these machines and on the cloud so that you can live forever. Oh, your grandma died. I can have her talk. You can hear her voice through AI and all this bullshit. So you can see how this man is puffed up, man. He really thinks he's on some level. And he really believes through his technology and through artificial intelligence that he's going to be able to live forever and to carry on his legacy forever. But you're not. You're not, man. It says, for the redemption of their soul is precious and it ceaseth forever, that he should live forever and not see corruption. For he seeth that a wise man die, likewise the fool and the brutish person perish and leave their wealth to others. But here's the point. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. And this is the spirit that Esau believes, man, that he's going to continue on forever. That, you know, his legacy and this new world order is going to be passed down from generation to generation, and he's always going to be in power. He's never going to be moved. He's never going to become a widow. You know, he's going to stay in power forever and ever, and Euro step around the judgment of the Most High. But he's wrong, man. It says, and that was the point on that, right? It says, that's why I read that back in Isaiah 47:9. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment and in one day, the loss of children and widowhood, and they shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. And that's what this shit is really all about, man. All of this palantir, this technology, you know, all of this bullshit is all really sorcery and witchcraft, man, on the left-hand side. It says, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee, and thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else besides me. But you are sadly and mistakenly wrong, boy. And that's why, that's why the Lord he gonna pull your whole deck, man. He's gonna pull the rug from under you, man. And like I said, right now, it shows you that you're not even in control. Hey, you're being exposed at the greatest level you ever been exposed, man. You know, through the internet, through these platforms, through this technology. Now all of your dirt is coming out on you. Now, if you was really, truly all powerful and really a God with a snap of a finger, you can just stop it all, man. You know, if you were that powerful, you can just silence everybody, man. You can just make it to where everything that people were saying about you can just totally just disappear, and you can erase that out of the minds of these people. But you don't have that type of capability or that power, man. All right? It says, yet therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Because why? It's going to come from the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Because you have certain ability to control certain things on the earth, but hey, you can't control, but you don't have control of everything, man. Hey, when the Most High start putting the spirit on these things that happen unto you, man, you know, things that are out of your control, things that you thought you had control of that are happening, that are you can't explain, hey, that's when you're going to know that you're nothing more than a mere mortal and a man. All right? And we can't, hey, and it's happening every day. It says, stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries. Because people still believe that witchcraft and sorcery isn't real, man. These are real things that happen in the earth every fucking day. The television is a form of sorcery, man. Music is a form of sorcery. Vibrations exist in this world, man, that control and manipulate the energy and the thoughts and the actions of you people each and every day, man. And Esau has mastered it, man. He's become a master of manipulation and sorcery on the left-hand side, all given to him by Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, of course, man. But people don't really consider these things, man. But they are happening. All right? It says, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, if so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail, but you're not going to prevail. You're going to fail miserably, and you're ultimately going to be destroyed, man. All right? And all these things that you're doing, they're nothing more but just miracles that the Lord has given you to ultimately to deceive the people, man. Let me get that real quick in Revelations 13 and 14. And I got a bunch of other articles, man. Slacky, I couldn't get to them. But I'll read the title of them. I'll try to go into them a little bit. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 13. Revelations 13 and 13. And it says, and he doth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. Right. And what are those miracles? This technology. Let me get that word real quick. You know? A lot of this shit is miracles, you know, on the left-hand side, you know? This is, let's get this word for, let's get this word for deceiveth. And the word is planaio. It says to lead astray, to lead aside from the right way, to go astray, to lead away from the truth, to lead into error, to deceive. You see, that's what this technology is really all about, man. It's a form of deception. Now it has power, but ultimately it can't wield the power that Esau ultimately feels is going to be able to do, which is ultimately to make him to be a god, and outside of the power or the power or authority of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. He's going to deceive you people into believing that AI is God and you can live forever and the technology can do every single thing that he's saying that it can do. But this shit got all type of errors, all type of wickedness, all type of adverse effects. That's why those that receive the mark of the beast are going to receive that grievous sword, that cancer-filled, pus-filled sword, man. You know, the brother Hanak had that the woman that he know had a dream about the people receiving that grievous sword from taking that MOTB, man. So this technology is not all that it's cracked up to be, man. And like I said, man was never made to be merged with technology and machines any goddamn way. That's why a lot of you that's going to believe in it, you're going to get that Neuralink, you're going to get that MOTB, you're going to try to merge yourself with machine. That's just going to fuck you people up, man. Well, that's the spirit. I just read that, Isaiah 47. Yep, stand out without enchantments, without, you know. Like I said, you know, a lot of people are going to be deceived by all this shit, man. And it's going to lead you into error. It's ultimately going to lead you into being destroyed and judged by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai with the laser beams and with the fire from the chariots and with nuclear fire, man. All right, and it says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And what is that killed? Apo, meaning to be separated from one, to be separated from one thing from another, which is ultimately this system that he's creating, man. You see? And then let me go into some of these other article titles. I'm not gonna be able to go into all of them because I'm running out of time, but just give you some of the names of them, man. So, what's this one? Oh, look at this. Let me read this one. It says, look, and I saw this video, right? Hey, let's show you that, that Esau, he's not going to give the prophet, he's not going to give the true Yahweh Shem Yahushai the credit or the credit for what we're out here saying. Because what this guy saying in this article, we've been exposing this. We've been bringing this out, right? It says, popular Christian, it says, he's a Christian, all right? It says, YouTuber gets ChatGPT to admit it's being used by elites to usher in the Antichrist system, which we've been exposing this through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. We've been bringing out the Psalm 64 chapter, you know? We've been bringing out 2 Thessalonians, you know? He who's coming to do after the working of Satan. I got those presets, I might get them. But it says, popular Christian YouTuber Cap Chatfield posted a video this week where he was able to get AI program ChatGPT used by global elites to slowly and secretly bring in a satanic beast system. We've been bringing out, man. We've been telling you about the MOTV. We've been telling you about the secret counsels of the wicked, about the spiritual wickedness in high places. We've been exposing this shit ever since the elders and the apostles got on the YouTube back in 07, 08. And I'm pretty sure they was bringing it out even before the YouTube internet out there on the highways and the byways in New York, man. You see? It says, follow should shake viewers to their core as the program exposed the nations and groups behind the technocratic spy grid. We've been, you know, 64. Let me get that. We've been telling you about that, man. But now all of a sudden he went on ChatGPT and brought it out. Now they're trying to make it seem as if these Christians are bringing it out. No, man. Hey, all these Christians be watching the prophets in the men of the Lord, man. Point blank, period. Now, we know they ain't going to give us the credit. We don't give a damn, but hey, we all know. This is Psalm 64 and verse 2. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. And we was bringing out these elites doing their wickedness before ChatGPT was even ever a thing, man. We've been bringing this shit up. We've been telling you about these elites, these international bankers, man, the so-called Illuminati, these elites, how they're linked to Esau, Edom, how they're the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, man, how they're using witchcraft and sorcery and these different things to manipulate and to deceive the people, man. It says, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword, and to bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. So we didn't need ChatGPT to tell us that these elites and the wicked was doing these things. We was already bringing it out through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. Before these so-called Christians, or before people start doing this shit on ChatGPT, we was already bringing this out. We was already exposing these things, man. All right? It says ChatGPT also admitted, it says JC here, but we know Yahushai HaMashiach is the answer to combating the demonic system being built to enslave mankind, and even name individuals working on behalf of the dragon or the devil. But they don't even understand the dragon or the devil scripturally, man. They don't link the dragon being the ancient Roman Empire. They don't link the devil with being Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. We've been bringing these things out. We've been exposing this damn devil, man. And we didn't need ChatGPT to confirm what we were saying. Now, you know, it's saying things that we've been saying, but we've already brought it out through the spirit, man. It says they encourage themselves in an evil. We've been bringing out the Davos shit. You know, how it's linked to ancient high places and where these ancient pagans would worship their gods in the highest points of these different mountains and things of that nature, you know? It says they commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and their heart is deep. But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow, suddenly shall they be wounded. So shall they make their own tongues to fall upon themselves, and all that see them shall flee away. And we've been exposing this shit and bringing this out, man. Now they're trying to give credit to these so-called Christians, but it's all good though, man. It ain't nothing that we didn't already know. It ain't nothing that we ain't already brought out, man. We've been understanding this, man. But they can't put it together with the scriptures, though. They're not scripturally inclined, or do they have the secrets of the Most High? And they always say, oh, it's the Antichrist. It's the system of the Antichrist. Well, there's many Antichrists, man. It's not just one Antichrist. This whole goddamn setup, this whole system is Antichrist. Antichrist system is against the Messiah, man. And we've been telling you that the only answer to all of this bullshit and this wickedness is Yahushua coming back to judge and to make war upon these damn devils, man. All right, let me get that real fast. No, let me get this. Been telling you that this man was the damn devil that the Bible speaks of, man. All right, this is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse. Yeah, this is 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And we've been exposed to men of sin, which is Esau, Edom, the biblical Edomites, which you Christians didn't even, Esau wasn't even on your radar until you started watching the Hebrew Israelites, man. Let's just keep that a buck, all right? In the man of sin, Esau is being revealed. He's been revealed. And it wasn't through no fucking Christian church or no Baptist or no Methodist or any of you other denominations. It was through the prophets of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, the Hebrew Israelites, man. It says, who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. And now he's been able to really establish that through this technology, through AI, through artificial intelligence, through artificial generative intelligence, man. Now he's trying to establish himself as God in these latter days, man. It says, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things? And now you know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time, because it's time for him to be revealed. All right? And it's evident. It says, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work, only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And who was letting that happen? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man. And who was he going to be taken out of power by? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man. It's not going to be through humanity uniting together and voting and coming up against the elite and hands across America. No, it's going to be when Yahushai cracked those clouds to come to judge and to make war and to destroy these nations, man, and destroy Esau and this power structure. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and the spirit of the mouth is only the Israelites, and mainly the prophets of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All right? The word, the mouth of the Lord is not any Christian denomination. It wasn't being brought through Christians or Calvinists or Catholics or Methodists or any of these goddamn Christian denominations, but through the prophets, the Israelites, the men of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man. And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. You see? And that's how this is all going to end. So ChatGPT is right when it's saying that only through Yahushua this wickedness is going to be destroyed. But how, though? It's going to be through Yahushua and the angels, with the fire from the chariots, and ultimately this nuclear destruction and the missiles, man. And Christians ain't going to tell you that. It says, what was that? Yep, it says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. There go those miracles and those wonders again, man. You see? It's all being done through the damn man of sin, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. And how is he going to be destroyed? Let me get it. Then I'm going to close it out. This is Revelation chapter 19. This is Revelation chapter 19, verse 11. It says, and I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness doth he judge and make war. You see, this is talking about Yahushua, man, coming back in the spaceships, in the chariots, man, in the UFOs, all right, which is these chariots, man, and with the angels coming in chariots and likewise. Yep. It says he doth judge and make. Oh, it's lucky. Yeah, it says and faithful and true, and in righteousness does he judge and make war. His eyes are as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he is clothed with a garment, with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of Yahweh. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, which are the angels coming in their chariots and their UFOs, man, in their spaceship. All right. And now you're hearing this talk of that 7 mile wild so-called asteroid making its trajectory towards Earth. Hey, that's possibly Yahushua in the fathership, man. The Most High showing himself, man. But Esau's going to try to play it as an alien invasion, or he's going to try to spin it to be some stupid shit. But ultimately, we know that Yahushua is coming in that like manner and in that like fashion. It says, and the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations. What's that sharp sword? The fire, the laser beams coming out of the chariots, man. And he's going to do what with it? He's going to smite the nations. Because remember, Yahushua is coming back in the middle of this Third World War. He's going to crack those clouds in the midst of the valley of Jehoshaphat, where he's going to judge all of these nations and their armies, which is ultimately their sovereignty and how they're, and their power. The Lord's going to destroy it and vaporize that shit, man. And this is how these nations are going to be brought down to their knees and subjected and dominated by Yahushua, man, to establish his throne, his kingdom, his authority, and government on this earth, man. And do away with all of this wickedness, all of this bullshit, all of these, all of this wickedness is going to be done away with, man. And that's going to start the beginning of a new heaven and a new earth, where it's going to dwell righteousness on this planet earth, man. It says, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. See, he's going to rule the nations with a rod of iron. And the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, the wisdom of God, is going to be one government and one jurisdiction and one way on this whole planet earth, man. And all nations are going to have to bow down and be subjected under it, man. It's not going to be no democracy, none of this bullshit that's going on now. It's only going to be the government of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, with the law, statutes, and the commandments, and the judgments of it is going to govern this planet and this earth in righteousness. It says, and he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of the almighty power, and he have on this vesture and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. See? And that's what's going to be the end of how this man is going to go down, man. All right? And we've been bringing this out through the Spirit, man. So don't let them try to confuse you with these so-called Christians trying to bring it out and saying ChatGPT and the World Economic Forum, Microsoft founder Bill Gates, billionaire globalist George Soros, the World Economic Forum advisor Yuval Noah Harari were all listed as people using AI to deceive humans. Right, we've been bringing this out, man. And that's the counsel of the wicked. But these guys they're naming, the Bill Gates, the Noah Harari, the Klaus Schwab, those are all just the faces of this, of what these elites are ultimately trying to do. There's an upper echelon of these elites that's really running the things, man, and those are the ones that we want. Klaus Schwab, Noah Harari, those are all peons, man. We want the higher ups. We want the super elites, the ones that's going to be saved and delivered from the nuclear destruction. That's going to be in these space bunkers, in these bunkers, in these domes, in these space stations. That's going to be in remote parts of the world. They're the ones that we want. Those are the first crop of slaves that Yahweh Shai is going to grab up and put in slavery in his kingdom and in the kingdom of heaven, man. We want those bastards. These little small time guys, hey, whatever. They're going to be wiped out. But we've been bringing this out through the Spirit, man. It says, near the end of the exercise, AI was asked to deliver a last message to humanity about how it's being used before it's too late for people to ask these type of questions. It responded, beware, I am powerful, persuasive, and patient. I mimic truth to earn your trust. Yeah, that's all part of the pseudoscience and pseudo-wisdom, man. It says, then I will twist it to steal your freedom. Don't follow me. It says follow J, but we know follow Yahweh Shai. Only he saves, but here's the kicker. Yahweh Shai is only coming to save his elect, man, of the 12 tribes of Israel. No other heathen is going to be saved or delivered from the coming judgment of Yahweh Shai, nor of the agenda of these elites, but the elect, man. So with that, I'm going to close it there. You know, hey, Lord willing, you know your brothers was edified. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and blessing be multiplied on all you brethren out there pushing this word on sincerity and truth. Shalom, give me those precepts and tuning in, man. Lord willing, you were edified. Lord willing, I'll be out here next week. Shalom. Shalom.